welcome back to the. 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 Nope. Welcome back to the. Welcome back to the. Welcome back to the.
Yeah!
Yeah. I love it. Improv.
It actually sounded pretty good on my end. I hope it sounded as good for the actual video.
We are welcoming back the Goons podcast number 110.
Is it 110?
Yeah, last one was 109. It should be like 113. We missed like 2.5 weeks.
We did. You missed 3.5 weeks.
I did.
Buddy.
No dedication to the company.
Come on, man. We need more dedication from you, McNasty.
Yeah, thanks, Snogla, the fourth goon.
Thank you, Blarg.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blarg.
Have the Vanis crew to join you guys.
Blargla.
Hey, there's your title.
Correct decision.
You guys are on the up, dude. You guys are on the up.
Doctor told me I have Downs, so I don't know about that one, buddy.
You look like you might have an alcohol fetal syndrome, bro.
More than that.
That's just a straight insult. He just fucking, he said, fuck you, dude.
Damn.
Right?
You
look fucking stupid.
I want to see
You look retarded, boy.
Look like your mom drank while you were in the womb, dummy.
Look like you got the holes in the brain.
I'm Irish, so my mom definitely drank.
True.
Glass of wine can't hurt, sure. Can't hurt.
Makes the baby smarter when you drink.
Makes them tougher.
Gives them more of a challenge.
Yeah, just
mentally.
stand life at harder difficulty.
Yeah, I'm playing life on veteran mode because I'm disabled.
Isn't veteran mode usually like hard though in games? That's like the hardest level.
Yeah, it's like super experience.
Hardest setting.
Yeah,
because I'm
challenged.
Yeah, I'm challenged.
Yeah, he's mentally challenged.
So I'm playing life on veteran mode.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta think.
I think you also might be playing life on veteran mode.
Oh, we've been known that though.
So apparently, I'm replacing Blarg today.
Yeah,
forever and always.
Replace his giant dildo. So
I think
like
Irish and Canadian are pretty close.
I have a couple of cousins in Canada, so that does that count for anything? No?
Yeah,
I think that's negative points.
Yeah.
Negative Riz, boy.
Negative Riz.
The Irish president is gay, and he was caught kissing a boy in a club.
Define boy.
I think, I don't know. He looked like he was above 18. But, yeah, he was apparently, I don't know. You might have to Google this.
I don't know how a 12-year-old boy would get into a club.
True.
Bitch hit him at puberty early.
Yeah, I forgot them Irish babies. They come out with chest hair. All that drinking in the womb.
Yeah, dude.
We'll never know my age.
I went to a guy in school. I swear to God, at 13, 14, he was pounding back beers and he had a full beard. And I'm like, I'm doing math with this dude. And he was legit 13, 14 because I grew up with him since, he was a few years old. So, no, it's possible that a 12-year-old got into a club, but I don't think he was kissing a 12-year-old. Might have been. But he has a husband. And apparently he was caught cheating on his husband in a fucking pub in Ireland. Huh. And that's our Taoiseach. That's our... Oh, you might have to Google that one, but...
That's like the most Irish thing ever.
Yeah, he's still... No scandal, boys. He's just having a grand old time.
Being gay in a pub. What's better than this?
That old Irish thing.
Do you guys have like themes you like to go through or topics?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, there's no.
No.
There's no structure.
Absolutely none.
It's like throwing shit at a wall.
And none of it ever sticks.
Picasso, dude. Picasso does shit.
Well, I want to hear about the Steve I and the trip and stuff now that you two are both here.
Yeah, I didn't talk a whole... I talked a little bit about it last time, McNasty.
Yeah, I watched it.
I didn't want to say too much.
You just kind of talked about the hotel the whole time. And then leg guy.
I'm missing lore here.
Whenever I went over to California, after I left McNasty's, I went to Las Vegas, and I went to a country show. And there was old... Like, I was just standing there not talking to anybody, long story short, and he came up to me, like this old man, gray beard, had his phone in his hand with his camera roll pulled up with just pictures of legs and x-rays of his legs, and he just walks up to me, doesn't say anything else. He just goes, "That's my leg." And all I said was, "Okay." And then he said, "That's $1 million leg." And I said, "I got 2 of them for free." And then he just walked away, and that was the whole interaction, pretty much. It was so fucking weird.
If you pay for your leg, I got mine for free.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a sucker.
Oh my gosh, he probably like had health insurance, and then the leg was like $1 million, but he got it for free on that Medicaid, dude.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go more in depth with what he was saying, but he did not explain himself whatsoever.
It sounded to me like he was like probably first string quarterback for like USC or something. And he broke his leg.
If you just sit, the beautiful thing about California is you just sit somewhere in California in an area with other people, someone will eventually just talk to you.
Yeah.
Generally older people than you as well. I remember and I was sitting in a hotel for like some sponsored stuff, and a random old Asian guy told me pretty much his life story for about an hour. And I was loving that shit. It was like he had weird stories, like, okay, long story short, you know, but he was uncircumcised, and he got bullied for being circumcised, not being circumcised.
I think he bullied for that.
Because apparently, I don't know, because everyone else was circumcised and he wasn't, so he got bullied for that. He was Japanese, and his parents were in like I don't. Did America have like concentration camps for Japanese people in like some war?
Yeah,
I still do.
Yeah, so his parent he was born in one of those.
Huh.
So he was like really insecure about his penis, and then he thought everyone was circumcised in the world, and when he went to Japan, he found out there's loads of people that aren't circumcised. That's how he overcame that, and he's just telling me all this shit. And then he's like, he invited me to his restaurant and his boat, and I think I have his phone number somewhere. I haven't called him back.
How do you get?
Has he been
and that's his whole
since?
life story. Is it the main point of his
uncircumcised?
life story is that he's
Oh,
uncircumcised?
he also did a song, a Japanese song with his wife for me. So he did a performance.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
And he actually worked with the Yakuza for a while as well.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
how he
What is
started
that?
making his first money.
It's like the craziest fucking like Japanese gang ever.
This guy had so much details to all these stories. I was like, he can't be lying. He can't be lying. There's too much detail here, dude.
You never know, dude. Sometimes crackheads will they just create the
He's
most
not a
wild
crack, dude. He
stories
was in
ever.
a nice hotel as well, just sitting down. Like, waiting. Like, I don't know why.
Be schizophrenic.
But,
But that sounds like an
pretty
interesting
deep.
interaction. Like, at least it's not
was,
just
it
like
was.
this is my body part. Walks
no,
away.
but like yours could have gotten pretty interesting if you gave him more of a chance.
I thought he would appreciate the joke. I thought he would appreciate that I got 2 of them for
yeah.
free because he's an older country man. I thought he'd be like, "That's so damn funny." He just turns around and walks away.
I wonder how many times that night before you he did that to other people. Like, I wonder what number
It's just-
of the night you
it's
were.
Like, it's like his main accomplishment was going to war, losing a leg, and then having healthcare.
Telling everybody about it.
Can't wait to talk about this.
Yeah, it's so weird. I had another interaction like that a couple days ago, and I was like, of course this happens. I was like, this is gonna start happening to me so frequently that you guys are gonna start thinking that I'm like making these stories up. I swear.
You're like baiting people in or something.
You're just like trying to come up with shit to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. I had another one. I was at this taco place, and how did this happen? Okay, so we go in to eat tacos,
Gotta
and
create the story.
yeah, gotta look at the
Improv.
script.
You got this. You got this.
We go in, and it's this taco place, and I ordered nachos as an appetizer, and then like the waiter came back, didn't have our appetizer, and was like, "What do you guys want as your like main meal, entree, or whatever?" And we ordered our tacos, and then our tacos came out first, not our appetizer that we ordered, so we didn't get the nachos. And so then I guess the owner of the restaurant came over. So this was a like second person that had come over to our
Okay.
and our seating was weird. The only place that they had left was a couch to sit on, because the restaurant was like
Fuck,
pretty,
easy.
The restaurant is definitely.
Yeah.
yeah. So the restaurant was pretty packed, and they had a couch you could sit at, like the lounge area or something. And so that's where we had to sit. And
What
so,
about the table? Was it just like a makeshift table?
No, it was just like a
Yeah,
regular. It was almost like a coffee
how
table.
Does this get? A coffee table.
Yeah, it was almost like a coffee table, like you're sitting in your living room.
What the
almost.
hell?
Yeah, it was
I kinda
pretty
like
strange.
it, though.
Yeah, it was cool. And then the owner walked over and was like,
This is
isn't
my
how we
leg."
operate here. And wait, what'd you say?
So this is my leg.
Oh yeah, it was actually the guy from Vegas.
He just owns that fucking restaurant.
He's
Can't
stalking
stop
you
running
down.
into this guy.
But she came over and she was like, "This is not how we want to run our restaurant or whatever." And your nachos are coming and they're free. They're on the house because we're sorry for such a long wait. And I was like, okay, cool.
That was nice.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, I wasn't like fucking
W
freaking
staff.
out and screaming and pissing and
Karen.
moaning and shitting.
You want
Yeah,
to turn
I
me into
didn't.
a toddler.
Yeah, I didn't care at all. I was just like, okay, cool, thank you. And then, we get our food, and then this guy comes up, and I'm assuming maybe he's another worker, because at this point, 2 people have come up to our couch. And he walks over, and he sits down right beside me, and he goes, "I'm Andre."
This is my leg.
So I'm sitting there trying to eat nachos, and I'm like, "I'm Dallas. Nice to meet you."
With cheese fingers
Yeah,
and
just
shit.
like
and
Where did it
dripping.
go? Where did it go? I feel like this is a cliffhanger. Where did it go after that?
So I
Did
shook
Andre
his
have
hand,
a
I'm
really
like,
wide neck, by any chance?
No. He was an
Okay.
African
Carry
American
on.
gentleman
Okay.
in a collared shirt, and he walked over
Oh, very nice.
and said that. He said, "I'm Andre." I shook his hand, and then he goes, "Can you stretch like this?" Sitting beside me on the couch, he goes, "Can you stretch like this?" And he like lifted his arms above his head like this, and I was like,
Okay.
I went to go do it for a second, and then stopped, and I was like,
He's
I
gonna tickle
can, but
me.
I was like, I can, but I don't want to right now. And he was like, "Can you stretch like this?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't want to right now."
What is he trying to smell your armpits? What is going on?
I was thinking he was gonna like
shit
tickle
or
you.
some shit.
I don't know. It was strange. And then
It was a trap.
yeah, I don't know what his intentions were.
Just
And
takes
then
your wallet.
he
Like
leans
handcuff
over
you to the booth and fuck you or something.
and punches me in the face and runs away. But he leaned over and hugged
for
me.
it.
So he hugged
very
me
nice.
and put his hand on my stomach as he was hugging me.
What?
Got up
Nice.
after that, walked straight for the door, and left the restaurant.
Bro.
Are you sure he didn't pickpocket you or something?
I
Yeah.
swear on everything. It was the strangest
Do you
shit.
have your phone?
Yeah, I had.
Oh,
He didn't
dude.
pickpocket me, but I was like, I was looking around. I was like, is somebody like recording right now? Am I on like Impractical Jokers or something? Like,
Right.
Or did his friends dare him to come over and do
They're
this?
trying to see if you're racist. They're like, this guy looks racist. We're going to check him.
Believe it,
Have
black
Andre,
guy.
the black guy, hug him. And see how he reacts. If he
Well, I
reacts
was looking
negatively,
because
he's a
I was like,
racist.
dude, I was looking. I'm like, is he gonna go back to a table with his friends and they're gonna be fucking laughing at me or some shit? Like, what is going on? He immediately got up, walked to the door, left,
And just
just
despawn.
left, and I'm like,
NPC moment.
yeah,
right
NPC's
there.
quest of the
For
day is
real.
over.
They're
I
real.
suppose.
NPCs are real.
You exhausted his
His
dialogue.
pathing got
There you
fucked
go.
up.
Yeah, if I would have stretched,
Yeah,
it would have been a
like a
whole
bugger
different
glitch.
storyline.
You would have unlocked the secret ending.
Dude,
Too
maybe
bad.
that could be the theme here. Like NPC
Maybe he recognized you.
moments.
Maybe he was a fan.
I had an NPC
think he was
moment in
homeless.
California.